Hi guys. So I can't sleep, and so I thought, I'll make a video blog. So the video blog is I can't sleep. So when I can't sleep, normally what comes to mind is either reading the Bible or listening to music. So today I am going to sing a song that's called Here I Am to Worship. We all know it, we all sing it. It's one of my favourite songs from one of my favourite writers. The song just literally just says what your heart and soul is saying. So when we say, Here I am to worship, we're saying, God, I lay everything down at your feet. I am here to worship you. There's the verse that says, which we normally don't sing, it talks about Jesus Christ being the light of the world, being crucified for us. So the chorus now sort of is a response to what he has done in verse 1 and on verse 2. So the chorus goes something like, Here I am to worship, here I am to bow down. So we're saying, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely. You're altogether worthy. Altogether wonderful to me. So when we sing that song, majority of us just sing the hands like, Here I am to worship. Spirit is moving. Here I am to bow down. And then if the spirit is really moving, we start crying. And then there's a chorus that's there, or the vamp that goes, I'll never know how much it costs to see my sins upon that cross. Now, let's talk about that. So, I'll never know how much it costs to see my sins on the cross. Now, nobody knows how much it would cost. The cost was Jesus Christ himself. But the funny thing is, a lot of people don't understand the magnitude of the love and everything that he had for us. That God just said, you know what, I'm going to give this child, this my son, as a sacrifice for your sins. Now, a lot of us also think it was something yama yama. Now, how many of us truly can say, I'm going to give my son or my daughter up, and I'm going to say, here, take him. The only person I know that has done that in the record of the Bible is Abraham, or Abram at that point, where he had to give his son, his only son that he's waited a long time for. And so God now says, okay, you know what, I want you to go and sacrifice the son. And the interesting thing about that was he never, although he probably was scared, the Bible doesn't record him being scared. As a human being, we will be scared and will be. But the Bible records him doing as he said. And in doing so, God provided the sacrificial lamb. Now, that is the same concept of what Jesus Christ did. He laid down his life for us so that we can have redemption of sin. So when we sing that song, Here I Am to Worship, I would like us to have a different meaning as to what that song means. When it goes, light of the world, oh so highly exalted, open my eyes, let me see beauty that made this heart adore you, hope of a life spent with you. So, I think I mixed up the first verse. I think I did, but you get the gist. So, when you sing the song again in church or wherever you are in your quiet time, I just want you to remember this and just know that God actually had a plan for us to worship Him, to adore Him. The sacrifice He made, let me just explain that sacrifice again. So, He went on a cross for you and I. He was bruised and crucified for you and I. He was left to carry this heavy cross, the burden, but He never complained. He was spat on, but still said nothing. He was amongst thieves, you know. Can you imagine the Prince of, what's his name, Prince Duke of Edinburgh, being amongst, you know, thieves? It's not even heard of. But he was so degraded so that you and I can have redemption. He was spat on, he was beaten, vinegar was poured on his wounds, but yet he never complained. They put a crown of thorn on his head and pierced it into his skull, but he never complained. He, at his final breath, before he took his final breath, was still selfless, and he said that God should forgive these people that are doing all these things to them because they know not what they're doing. So, as we go on to this year, 2013, I want us to remember that with that sacrifice, with that ultimate gift of life that God has given us, we're going to give everything back to Him. We're going to worship Him with all our minds and all our bodies. We're going to adore this King. We're going to give all the praises as due to Him, because He is just an amazing God. So I'm going to sign out now. I didn't mean to talk about that, but it seems like I was going to talk about it. I hope you've liked it. I hope you've listened all the way till the end. And I hope to do this again. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up or comment. And I will speak to you soon. Peace out.